One of the big things that's an affecting factor here is the ever changing, the ever expanding ICP, right? Our ideal customer profile. One of the things that brings in alignment and then, takes long term and short term and brings them together is a real good definition of who we're serving. But navigating that and the changes that have to happen, right? How do you think about the ICP and how does that play into alignment across these goals?
I'd say the ICP lies at the core of almost any budget or long-term strategic plan that you have. If your ICP was a misalignment with your sales or revenue model, your starting point is off, right? So you might be going left while you should actually be going right. So if I take that to Frisbee, for example, so Frisbee is a group of 5 businesses now. They all work in the same vertical, in the same segment, but not all of them had the same business model and not all of them were targeting the same customer segment. So from an ICP perspective, I'd say like the first things that we needed to do was come together and make choices, because you can't bet on all horses. You can't say, well, we are 5 companies now. This is doing really well in this segment. This company is doing well in that segment. So let's bet on all those horses and let's celebrate all the way to the finish line. So specifically in our case, you need to unify the business and unify the group into one singular culture. And a singular culture, there's a lot of things you need to do in order to achieve this, but going after that or having that alignment and going after the same ICP within that group, that's absolutely critical. This is something that a lot of us realize as well, where look, it's one thing to continuously measure your ICP with the numbers that we see on a daily basis, right? But it also means that you do more than just going through a win-loss analysis, but you actually literally sit down with your customers yourself, right? And taking the time in your agenda to sit down with your customers or your prospects and knowing what priorities they have, knowing what kind of feedback that they have, giving you firsthand feedback on the sales cycle or other touch points that they've experienced so far. I'd say that's super valuable information to have. Continuously measure, hey, is my ICP still matching where I think it is? Or am I too lost in the win-loss analysis without actually hearing the voice of the customer?